Wagwan, it's your boy Rasta back with another video for y'all. And we got Chiraq Street Legends, Lil Reese, Chiraq Grim Reaper. Everybody know about Reese. A lot of people say that it's kind of like satisfying to know he's still alive, which is kind of fucked up now that you think about that. Damn near every rapper from Chicago or damn near die if they don't move from their city or whatever. And his life was almost threatened or whatever. You know, not too long ago with him getting shot in the fucking neck with I think a Draco or some shit. But he ended up surviving and shit. He back walking around like normal, so shit, prayers. I mean, not prayers, but, you know, cheers to him. We finna get straight to this video. Just got package.
What up, family? It's your boy SNTV. Back at y'all with another Chiraq Street Legends. And this episode is going to be about none other than Lil Reese, a.k.a. the Chiraq Grim Reaper. Lil Reese comes from that Lamron set. They're from 63rd to 67th, Wallace to Yale. 64th and Normal is their main block. And Lamron is clicked up with Tay-Town or D-Town or TTE or Threat to Everybody to formulate 300. Now, they're allied with Low Life, O Block, 600, Front Street, Nateville, 39th, 46, the Breeze from out west. Now, their main beef is with No Love City, but they also beef with Travis World or Sean Kappa, Smoke Block, JoJo World, True Block, 757, and Josh Block. Lil Reese is actually originally from 6217 South Calumet in the Calumet buildings, which were a stronghold for the BDs before the feds came in and the buildings got torn down. There are a lot of notable BDs that are from those 6217 Calumet buildings, one being 051 Mellon. Those buildings were like a breeding ground for BDs, which is why Lil Reese has been a BD all of his life. He has a picture when he was about 5 years old, already throwing up the trail.
Lil Reese official though.
Reasons why Lil Reese is so respected throughout the BDs, because whereas Reese has always been a BD all of his life, a lot of the BDs wasn't BDs at first. They ended up flipping to BDs.
I was just about to say that too. Already getting off into his story, we know Lil Reese was a legit BD from probably, you know, an infant. If they say, yeah, already got him 5 years old, throwing up BD, I'm pretty sure he was introduced to this life as a kid, like literally as a kid. Motherfuckers be around this bit old, man. I've been banging since I was, you feel me? 12 years old, 13. When Lil Reese jumped off the porch, this nigga was like 10, 9. Shit. But that's why I say, damn near everybody on here, story different, but almost got the same outcome. With Reese, he is different and got a different outcome because he's still alive. I mean, even though I know he do, you know, videos on people who still alive too, but you know, he one of those people who's still in the city. Him and Duck was like the last two people I want to say mainstream rappers that was still like in their hood every day on some, you know, they can get killed exactly where they at because they still in their hood. Meanwhile, while the other rappers who from that hood, they all shit gone, different cities and shit. But yeah, this nigga, you could tell he beneficial since a shorty, and you know his story different.
So he's well respected because he's always been a BD.
A lot of niggas who BD now flip BD. Them niggas ain't even officially BD. Them niggas just flip.
But
I mean, not
he
officially.
would eventually began to take rap.
Them niggas ain't been B their whole life.
People link up.
So they switched up their whole game.
In 2012.
And, but yeah, niggas switched up their whole gang and shit. Motherfucker went from G to BD, Stone, all type of shit. Especially in Chicago, you will see a lot of motherfuckers who block, like whole block flip games. That's just how it is, shit.
People link up with Chief Keef in 2012 and changed the city of Chicago forever when they dropped the song I Don't Like. By Lil Reese being a part of a song that would put the spotlight back on Chicago, it would instantly make him famous. And with the fame came beef.
Yeah. I know they regret doing that without shooting. I know they regret that shit now. That's why you gotta shit. You gotta act. You gotta act fast. Cause you never know. That same nigga you can pull up on and talk shit to.
Now a lot of people say
that same nigga can get up with you next time they see you, and you to wish you killed that man.
300 and Brick Squad was beginning to spiral out of control, and so when JoJo died, everybody automatically assumed that Lil Reese and Chief Keef, GBE, and 300 had something to do with his death, when in all actuality, they had nothing to do with it. But he didn't rock with JoJo, and after JoJo died, he let that be known. So it's a lot of people that didn't like Lil Reese because of that fact. And I once heard a blogger say that was Lil Reese's downfall within his music career. The fact that JoJo had died, because everybody thought that Lil Reese had something to do with it, when in all actuality, the fact that everybody thought that Reese had something to do with it was the reason why he gained even more notoriety. And there was also a video that was released with Lil Reese getting into an altercation with a female, and Lil Reese kind of spazzed out and beat the female up.
Oh yeah, this old ass video. I want to fuck with this shit either when it first came up. They ain't gonna show it because of I guess it's explicit.
This same blogger say that also has something to do with Reese's musical decline. But again, I say that I do not believe that, because we're dealing with a generation that don't really care about that. We're dealing with a generation that if a female puts herself in that position, they're gonna treat her just like she a nigga. So, I'm not really buying that. And I don't believe that Lil Reese ever fell off or his music career ever took a decline. I just believe that Lil Reese is one of those type of guys that he's a real street dude, and being famous, I don't think that really excites him for real. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's the type of guy that likes to have cameras in his face and paparazzi chasing him. So I don't think that Reese ever wanted to be as big as, let's say, Chief Keef.
Like I say, it's like I fuck with the real rappers who be on their shit, and it's crazy because to be on your shit and be a real rapper, man, you gotta get killed, and that's just how the outcome is, bro. That's what you sign up for when you agree to that shit. And the real is that young, but sad to say, shit, all the motherfuckers really you see alive is the fake ones. Besides, niggas with his background.
Let's say Chief Keef or Dirt. I think that Lil Reese always liked to kind of play the background, just get the money, but stay out of the limelight. But in 2014, he will be placed in the limelight like never before.
Now y'all know I call Lil Reese the Chiraq Grim Reaper. Well, pretty much because
DJ Academics had to be in here.
Something like an obituary. I mean, every time you look through his mentions, you see a bunch of dead niggas.
He ended up being one of the main characters in a show that was created by DJ Academics called The Warren Chiraq. And the name that DJ Academics gave him was the Grim Reaper. And he said that he gave Reese that name because every time Reese would mention somebody, they would end up dead. Now, what I think this is, I think this was just a man trying to get on, blogging, and also some strange coincidences. Now, I've never heard about Reese scorn. Nevertheless, everybody that I talked to about Lil Reese says that he has been in the streets all his life, so you never really can tell. But Lil Reese is one of the most well-respected BDs. As a matter of fact, he's one of those type of BDs that if cliques get into some type of conflict, he can be called to come in and fix the problem without it getting too messy or to the point to where those cliques end up going to war. Now here lately, Lil Reese has been involved with a couple of situations. The first situation was involving a guy that goes by the name of Hits 079, in where Reese was caught by him and a couple more guys and jumped. In the process of Reese getting jumped, they say that Reese defecated on himself. I heard that Reese has a disease called Crohn's disease, and that it causes you to do that on yourself sometimes. I don't know. I've actually heard that it was mud. Whatever the case was, I'm just glad.
Somebody else said that he really did shit on himself. That was the design of his drawing.
There was another situation to where Reese was stopped at a light.
See?
In Country
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That fat ass Draco.
Somebody got out of their car, began to shoot at Reese with a Draco. Reese was actually hit in the neck, and Reese actually lived. And no one knows how that actually occurred, whether the bullet ricocheted, whether it was a piece of glass that hit Reese in the neck to cause his injury. But we do know that the doctor said that it was actually pieces of the bullet or fragments in Reese's neck. Somehow, he was still able to survive. Lil Reese wasn't able to talk about a month behind that, and then he was finally able to whisper, and then he dropped his hit single, Come Outside. And that was about 5 months ago, and we haven't really heard anything else from Reese other than his situation with gaining his voice back is improving. And I think that we can learn a few things about the story of Lil Reese. One being this: when you're in the street life and you have ops, complacency is the first step to destruction. I'm gonna say
you got a lot of pictures with Fredo.
Complacency is the first step to destruction. Why do I say that? I say that because when you are involved in the street life, you subscribe to a death style. So you have people that want to kill you, which means that you need to be on defense 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because at any given time, one of your ops can catch up with you and do something to you. Also, we need to learn how to recognize signs. I feel as though when Lil Reese came in contact with Hits and he left with his life, that was a sign, because we all know that when you come in contact with your ops in Chicago, that 9 times out of 10, it's not going to end well. Something positive that we can learn from Lil Reese is this: always be your own man. I noticed that Lil Reese doesn't seem like the type of guy that just do shit because other people are doing it. He do stuff because he want to do stuff. He don't seem like a follow the pack type of guy. And that's what we need more of in society today. We have too many followers and not enough leaders. But if you ask everybody around you if they're a leader or if they're a follower, everybody will tell you that they're a leader. But that's not the case. This has been a story of Lil Reese from 300. It's your boy, SNTV.
Shout out Street News TV. Shout out Lil Reese. I know he glad he's still alive, man. It's good that he's still alive. Shit, I don't really want to see no deaths no time soon. Cause shit, man, it's been so many deaths lately in 2020 alone from just like famous people or people who got like a little fame, whatever. There's been so many deaths, bro, in 2020. Shit sad, and it's like I hope 2021 have a way better, just as soon as it hit 2021, I hope it just have a good vibe to it. Cause as soon as 2020 hit, you could tell the vibe was going down. That shit was going down fast. But yeah, Lil Reese is like one of the fewest gangsters that's probably still alive, bro. And that's true to what they actually stand by. And there's niggas who, which I don't blame anybody that, was a hood nigga, started rapping, left the hood, never went back. Shit, that's good. That's actually good. I support that you do that. But at the same time, shit, you got niggas who knew what they was signing up for no matter, how much money they get in their lifetime. They know this is what they live by. When they sign up for this, they know shit, either death or jail is gonna come, with the consequence. And shit, they just know that limelight is not gonna get in the way of them, of the simple fact that it's still people trying to kill them. And that's how Lil Reese, mindset probably is. That's probably how he moved. That's why, even though that the shit that happened with the Draco shit was bad, he's still alive, so you really can't say he a lacking type of person. Cause ain't nobody really get up with him besides that incident and shit. He really walked away with a scratch and had to improve on his voice. Other than that, he was good. But man, let me know what y'all think about this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Give it to the 1K, road to 1 million. Trying to hit that before my birthday, December 21st. I'm trying to hit 1K. I should have 1K subs, bro. I ain't gonna say before December 21st, but at least on my birthday or probably like a day or two afterwards. But I hope I had that shit before my birthday. So go ahead and share me out on y'all social media or whatever. If y'all know some other YouTubers or whatever, tell them to check out my page. Well, at the bam, but I'm gonna get up out of here. And we gone.